President Bola Tinubu has officially addressed the recent mass killings in Benue State as Yelwata and Daudu communities, condemning the violence as wanton and senseless bloodletting. He described the attacks as possible reprisal attacks and ordered security forces to take decisive action to arrest and prosecute those responsible. However, the president's remarks have sparked widespread criticism from civil society groups, opposition leaders, and grieving families. Many Nigerians say the speech lacked genuine compassion for the bereaved and failed to reflect the gravity of the human suffering involved. Critics also took issue with Tinubu's use of the term reprisal, arguing it downplays the scale and one-sided nature of the attacks. As public outrage grows, many are calling on the president to visit the affected communities and deliver more than just words demanding justice, security, and true empathy.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to credit Eugenia Abu with the fact that we have a minute silence for the people, the victim of Benue. While I sympathize with the Benue people, I've spoken to the governor. The leadership and people of Benue should accept our condolences and tried hard, very, very consciously, to maintain peace, harmony among themselves. I've always said this, that we are one single huge family living in the same house, stay in different rooms, but living together in harmony will be the result of our diversity for prosperity. We should be able to manage our anger and frustrations. I sympathize those who have lost their life. I will adjust my program and go see Benue people on Wednesday.
Nigeria's Inspector General of Police, Kayo Degbitoken, and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, have visited the affected communities to assess the situation and reassure residents.
When one incident happened, hundreds of incidents have been prevented that are not known to the public. So that this happened does not mean that we have not been deploying. We have actually been deploying. We've been working together with the military and with other security agencies to ensure that this reign of impunity of these criminal elements ends, and we are committed to this. This attack on the peaceful Yelwata community is one attack too many. It is not just an attack on the people of Benue State. It's an attack on the entire nation, and we are not going to accept it. The people of this community are not alone. We are with them. The entire Nigerian communities are with them. A day will come when these bandits will come to operate as they used to, and they will never return. That day is drawing nearer. I can assure you that we are committed to fight this battle and win this war. My appeal to the community is to cooperate with us. They know their environment more than anyone else. They should give us information. They know the strangers. They can recognize strange movements. They can see the signs that warns that there is an impending danger. They should please give information to us. And I want to assure them that any information given to our commanders on ground will be treated with utmost confidentiality.
The high-level delegation arrived in Yelwata, one of the communities worst hit by the massacre, where more than 150 civilians were reportedly killed by armed assailants. During the visit, IGP Egbitoken condemned the violence as senseless and an act of terrorism, assuring the people of Benue that justice would be served. He announced the deployment of additional tactical police units to the area and pledged a more aggressive crackdown on the perpetrators. "We will not rest until those behind these heinous attacks are brought to justice," Egbitoken stated during a briefing with local leaders. General Musa, speaking alongside the IGP, emphasized the military's commitment to restoring peace and stability. He noted that recent intelligence pointed to the possibility of internal collaboration with the attackers and vowed to intensify military operations in the region.
To come here and see the communities, to also commiserate with His Excellency, the Governor of Benue State, and the good people of Benue State. Like the IGP mentioned, this is one too many killings. We're tired of innocent souls being killed, and we're here to ensure that we address such. From now, I'll be going to see my commanders, and we have to change our strategy. We're going to look inward and see how we can address it. But like we mentioned, we cannot do it alone without the community, without the state. We need everybody to be part of it. We understand that even before now, we used to have, even within us, people that compromise and give information. Because going around, you see the way some of the burnings were made, they were targeted, and which means they had insiders. And so I've discussed with the communities, the traditional rulers, with the clergy, for us to work united. There have been some issues on trust, and that we're going to address. For us, like I said, we want this to be the last one that will happen. We're going to go all out to ensure that we address it. We have put in measures in other places and it has worked. Here is not going to be different. I want to assure Nigerians that not only Benue State, all over the country, we are determined, based on the mandate of Mr. President, to ensure that we restore peace and tranquility within our country. But we need Nigerians to support us. We must work together as a team. We've also had the information that sometimes some of these people come across borders. Wherever it is they're coming from, we're going to go after them and take them. So we must take the battle to them, not waiting for them to attack. And that's one I think is very, very critical. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will also want to proceed to Nasarawa State to see His Excellency, to be able to, because the borders are actually very critical to the success of what we're doing. For the youths, please don't give up. This is our country. We can never, ever give our country up for anything. And this madness must stop and it will end.
They have killed 3 persons in a house. That was the starting of the massacre. Yes. So as that happens, then we are afraid. And that was at my own personal area. They were 4 in numbers. And they are Fulanis. I saw them closely. I did not know what makes that I was escaped in the incidents. My family members affected, they are 5 in numbers. My wife, brother, and 4 children. Yes, all killed in the market side.
Fulani headsmen came in around the Yelwata East, started firing gunshots. They fired for almost 5 hours. They met a stiff resistance here from the police. Immediately when they met the resistance, they moved towards Yelwata Market. There they slaughtered more than 100 persons. The incidents lasted for more than 5 hours. They burnt some of our community members in stores there. There are some stores that are housing more than 50 persons. All were burnt down. People slaughtered there, others burnt to ashes. That was exactly what happened.
The visit follows growing public outrage over the federal government's response to the killings, with many accusing the administration of downplaying the scale of the crisis. President Tinubu has also come under criticism for what some describe as a lack of empathy in his earlier statements. As security forces begin a new phase of joint operations, residents of Yelwata and Daudu remain on edge, calling for sustained protection and long-term peace building in the conflict-prone area.